Alright. This is recording. Wow, first stream in like forever. However, it won't be so different from like lectures because I just like talk for a long time while I do something else. 1, 2, 3, let's go. Alright. Okay, so if you haven't seen this Zelda, that's normal. That's a ROM hack of Zelda Ocarina of Time. Can be done between 2 and 3 hours casually. But once you know where to go, all speedruns are mostly under 40 minutes. Probably less if you're fast. Much less if you're fast, actually. Like, world record for 100% glitchless is like 29 minutes. I moderate this game, so I should have more confidence in saying that, but yeah, I think it's 29 minutes. And so yeah, the run I'm doing now is 10 bottles, so you can get theoretically up to 12 bottles in your inventory in this game. And so we worked out routes for this. And that's one easy route I made for getting 10 bottles. And it's cool because you get to see like one of the main dungeons in the game with the route I'm doing. And then once I get another run, like around the time I already have, I'm going to move to 11 bottles, which involves a trick called get item manipulation that's found also in our original Ocarina of Time. Yeah, so I'll be learning that. I already taught myself one gem or get item manipulation in Zelda Majora's Mask, but not in this game, and not in Ocarina of Time. Since originally I'm a Majora's Mask runner, but then this game is the closest thing I've run to comparing to Ocarina of Time. Anyway, run is started. So yeah, you start by just getting out of the inn here. So runs usually start the same way. You get out, and you go pick up the important items from the village. You'll see what they are. Usually I used to go left when leaving the inn, but for the rupee route, it actually happens to be faster to not go and grab one 20 rupee crate that's on the back side of the inn. And so I just completely ignore that part. Okay. Yeah, get the slingshot in this first house, and the second, get another very important item. But, I think we can skip, but I'm not exactly sure. Nice. Okay. Yay, let's go. Oh wow. Oh, only 3 seconds, not bad. That's my second run today, so that's okay. I might over-explain things as an unconscious way of practicing explaining stuff while I'm speedrunning. I've been doing offline runs, or like, not even like, not even like timer run, like just like without a camera, without a recording, nothing, just to keep in shape, and it's actually gone pretty well. Like, I could easily beat this time here. Like, just the rupee route saves 20 seconds or 22 seconds. Now we're getting another completely mandatory item for this run. So the idea here is that we'll try and get as many items as we can to eventually replace the inventory slots with bottles near the end of the run. There's one of them we'll replace. Oh, good equip. Yes. Oh, come on. Okay. So in this game usually has 2 bottles and some limited inventory compared to the original Ocarina of Time. So we will so it is kind of meaningful to talk about a max bottle category because we can't just simply dupe items over all bottles like in over all item slots like in the original Ocarina of Time. Oh wow, I didn't target anything here. That's pretty good. Here, I had a setup to like just get a backwalk earlier because in this game, backwalking happens to faster. Oh, come on, dude. What? Okay, that's weird. Okay, that's not how you're supposed to go here, but whatever. You're supposed to backflip over the fans, but I guess I didn't do that. Okay, that's alright. Well, that's the second natural bottle, and actually the last natural bottle you can get in this game. Everything else is going to come from a glitch. Here, that's the setup I found to not mess up, like falling off the bridge. It essentially kills your run if you fall off the bridge, so you don't want to do that. My body is nervous right now, it's stupid. It's probably the fact that I haven't been streaming so long. Oh, come on. Oh. Oh, not bad. Okay, screw the back one. Okay. Okay. Now we're going to do a trick called flame storage, where I get to store the flame from my Deku stick. There we go. As long as I don't pull out my sword and some other conditions I don't really remember. Yeah, I'll be keeping the flame. Where did I lose life? No, 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 no. Whatever. It's okay. And there you go, I still have the flame. My body is so nervous, it's so weird. But this run is doing alright. Well, I'm 28 seconds ahead, so... Which is compared to the other route in terms of rupee management is equivalent to being like 6 or 7 seconds ahead, but that's still alright. Wow. Whatever. Here we're going to dupe our first bottle. Ah, perfect. And then we just wrote a bottle over our Deku Nuts slot. Here I'm going to strangely change a section of the map. What I will do is that those 2 last areas, so this area and the one I just came from with the blue fire, and maybe you saw them, the spinning flank, they're going to stay loaded. And so the next one, if I did this correctly, should be unloaded and will allow me to just enter the next dungeon without using bombs, because there are boulders usually blocking my way. Thank you for the follow, Theory Chloe. Chloe, gosh, hope you're doing well. Have a nice evening. Welcome to the stream. Okay, so I haven't done that in a run in a while. Well, I did, but I'm not confident right now because it's my first live run. So, okay, so here there's a setup that makes it so we can enter the cavern. Gotta be careful here. Need a second roll. A bit more. That makes it so you will enter the cavern, no doubt. I might have messed it up, but we'll see. Okay, that's fine. Okay, that's good. Oh. Oh. Okay, so I'm like 4 seconds ahead. I always forget that dupe over not split because it's... There's no good time to split, so... So here I jump slash before attacking the freezer because it has a nice effect of storing my last weapon damage. So basic sword is 1 damage, jump slash doubles everything, but Deku Stick has basic 2 damage. So I was able to 2-shot the freezer with that. Alright. Man. And you don't need to kill them, it's just like they can mess you up bad. Oh, did I forget to pick up the heart? Oh, whatever. Oh, no, I just lost one. That's normal. I just lost one. And here, the jump slash I did to the torch is actually unintended. What you're supposed to do is, like, do a silver rupee puzzle. Oh, come on. That can happen. But since someone discovered you can just jump slash the fire, you can skip like a big part of that dungeon's puzzle. And here, you're supposed to be like jumping and rolling and whatnot under those spikes or above them. But someone also quickly realized, probably the same person, how to think about it. I'd have to rethink that you can just hang on there and nothing's gonna happen for a long while. Even the BMOS, who's firing the laser right now, won't really do anything to you. I know who this is, and Fury Chloe is actually a really cool username. Okay, here. I'm being overly careful. So now we're going to have the time of burning some red ice and jumping on that platform. This can kill the run, because I sometimes suck, but it should be fine. Okay. I'm going to be a baby and just take my time here. This killed a really good run like a couple weeks ago. And now here, again, jump slashing to store a damage value of 4. So we can insta-kill the next enemy. Oh. So he's dead. Now the trick I did here is called the infinite sword glitch. You interrupt a crouch stabbing animation. It's going to, and the game's going to forget to turn off sword, and so you'll be able to keep using it. It's pretty cool. And you don't talk to that ghost there. Casually, it's helpful because it tells you what the dungeon essentially is about in the end, what you're here for, what to look for. But his dialogue is super long, so you really don't want to talk to him in the run, so never talk to him, actually. I don't know how long it is, you don't... Ah, come on, that's a bad fight. And by the name of the next clip, you might be understanding what's the next thing I'm gonna get. Okay, good. I learned to like balance my rolls in the sense that like I don't always like fully hold my rolls now. You might remember. Oh, that's a gold. So you might remember from Ocarina of Time. Usually the hammer is for adult only, but it's native to this game. You don't need glitches in this game to have the hammer. It's natural for Child Link in this game. I could have gone for a third roll here. You can back walk out of this cavern and backflip and whatever, but it's really not efficient. You always mess up something. And now we save warp so we can go back to the beginning and go buy the last things we need. I think we'll need to pick up some money because there's the tree I bumped at the start of the run. Can drop usually 3 things. It can drop 3 blue rupees, which is 15 rupees in total. 1 red rupee, and exceptionally it can drop what is 3 times 3 red rupees, which are 60 units for the currency in the game. And now, okay, cool, that's fine. Okay, that's fine. And the grass here is pretty generous, so even if you get bad RNG, the grass can save you. And so now we're going to shopping. And you'll see, just eventually, soon enough, tons of bottles will just appear on my inventory when I open the pause menu. And once I have 10 of those, I prove that I have the 10 bottles by opening my menu, and that's when we finally split. So, yeah, and then we're going to just initiate all that nonsense. We're going to use a trick called bottle on B. And what this does is that essentially writes some items in the improper locations in your inventory. Okay, we go. Wait, there's nothing here. Let's go. Okay. So that place where there was blue fire earlier, we'll be going back there. The run's almost over. Oh my god, that was scary. You can fall off this bridge. It doesn't have like nice ledges for grabbing. You can grab onto them, but they're not as generous. Like lots of ledges in this game will just like make you auto grab, but not this bridge. This bridge, if you back walk down, you just fall. All right, so that's the big glitch that's on its way, and then it's just lots of equips. Then the end of the run is easy. Ah, come on, that was too late. So you need to see my arm jerking, or Link's arm jerking, without him pulling out his sword, and that's when... No, too early. It's fine. Ah, shoot. Come on. I need to practice this. Oh, got it. So you see how the arm was like moving up, like trying to grab the sword, but nothing happened? That means it worked. Okay. Okay. Now I won't be looking at the chat much. Okay. So then I need to re-equip, because I need the equips here are the last part of the run. They're really important. This, that, and that. Start, HP. Okay. Catch. Oh, perfect. This, I forgot to equip this, but that's fine. Okay, very good. HP, okay. Then we catch So now we're just doing lots of dupes. I can explain that after. Ah, perfect. I'm PBing. This is PB. Yes! Nice! Sub 20, let's go. And there you go, 10 bottles in your inventory screen. So let's explain the BS that's happening here. Do I keep that in the recording? Yeah, why not? Okay, so what happens is that I was there, okay? I had the sword. I had the sword on B usually, and then I pulled out I pulled out a bomb. I pulled out the bottle. Oh, let's do it. So pulled out the bottle, and then right. And what happens is that the explosion animation interrupts Link's pulling out the sword. So if you do it at the right time, what that does is Link does not pull out the sword, but the game registers the last item pressed as the B button. So when you go and try and grab fire here, the game's like, oh, your last item slot was B, so I'm going to put the next thing on the B button. And what that does is that based on your item on C right, which is the yellow one on the top, the very top right of the screen, the one with the green ball, the green potion, this will have an offset in your inventory and end up writing your bottle somewhere deterministic in your inventory. And you get lots of bottles from that. So you get this one, that one, and this one. Those 5 ones actually from this method. Uh, and then those, no, that's not true. 4 of them. This one comes from trying to catch fire, and then at the last second or like a couple of frames before you actually catch it, you equip a normal item over, and it's going to overwrite that item slot. So that's a different method where we get bottle. And so we also did the same thing to get rid of what was Deku Stick, Deku Nut, and Fairy Slingshot, or just Slingshot in this game, I think. And so that's how we get all these 10 glitched bottles. And so okay, so that's cool.